Did you know the Quran predicted cosmic expansion centuries before modern science? And this secret knowledge can expand your mind in ways you never imagined?
Allah in Quran chapter 41 verse 53 says, "We will show them our signs in the universe and within themselves until it becomes clear to them that it is the truth." This ayah is more than just a theological message. It is honestly a divine methodology for cognitive and spiritual development. Horizons, universe, encompass the macrocosm, heavenly spaces, galaxies, laws of physics, and cosmic constants. Within themselves is the microcosm, atomic structure, genetic code, neural networks, and spiritual centers like the heart or qalb and soul, known as ruh. This is a bidirectional rhythmic process, looking outward to perceive God's power in creation and looking inward for self-knowledge and transformation. Tafakkur, or contemplation in Islam, is exactly that. A method for switching on and off, or in and out, attention between the external universe and the internal world. Additional confirmation is given by Ayah 51:47, "And the heaven we constructed with strength, and indeed we are its expander." The term expander, or musion, today reflects scientific confirmation the universe is expanding. This phenomenon known as cosmic expansion is really a mirror of the possibilities of the human brain to expand through learning, experience, and spiritual discipline. Science confirming revelation, Hubble Constant, and universe expansion. Edwin Hubble in 1929 discovered that galaxies are moving away from each other, proof that the universe is expanding. The speed of that expansion is expressed through the Hubble Constant. According to measurements in 2025, James Webb Space Telescope, 70.4 kilometers per second per megaparsec. Methods based on supernovae, 76.5 kilometers per second per megaparsec. This difference causes the so-called Hubble crisis, which may mean there are, unknown aspects in physics like new laws or the role of dark energy. So, let's talk about the in and out per 4153 method, which really acts as a kind of cosmic model for mental and spiritual expansion. Ayah 4153 can actually be understood as a kind of mental cosmic training. It's about constantly switching your focus between in, meaning internal self-reflection, and out, which is all about external exploration. Now the in phase, that's the microcosm. It involves practices like Tafakkur, Muraqabah, which is meditation, Salah, and Dhikr. From a neuroscience perspective, this increases neuroplasticity, helps form new synapses, and activates the hippocampus. For practical steps, you might spend 10 to 20 minutes a day meditating, contemplating Quranic ayahs, learning new concepts, or just doing some breathing exercises. Then there's the out phase, or the macrocosm. Here, you're observing heavenly phenomena, maybe applying astronomical concepts, or even exploring ideas using Einstein's method. Those classic thought experiments. Neuroscience tells us this stimulates creativity and helps integrate multiple cognitive centers. Practically, that might mean observing the stars, reading scientific papers, or engaging in physical activity to support brain metabolism. This rhythm between in and out creates a real synergy, almost like a cosmic pulse that stimulates both your mind and your spirit at the same time. Now, let's think about the analogies between the cosmos and the brain. There's this fascinating fractal design where the structures of galaxies actually resemble neural networks. Pretty amazing, right? Dark energy, in this analogy, is like the subconscious. It's the engine of creativity, just as dark energy drives the expansion of the cosmos. Black holes, meanwhile, can represent the way we compress chaotic thoughts into clarity through Tafakkur. And thinkers like Ibn Sina and Al-Ghazali describe humans as a small universe, Alam Sagir, a long time ago. And interestingly, that's a concept that modern science is starting to confirm. God's call for the observation of heavenly spaces is really profound. In Surah Al-Mulk, verses 3 and 4, the Quran directly calls us to repeatedly and carefully observe the heavens. He who created the 7 heavens one above another, you do not see in the creation of the Most Merciful any inconsistency. So return your vision to the sky. Do you see any breaks? Then return your vision twice again. Your vision will return to you humbled while it is fatigued. This ayah not only emphasizes the perfection of God's creation, without cracks or imbalances, but also highlights the infinity and complexity of the universe, something that really surpasses human senses. Repeatedly looking leads to a fatigued gaze. which is kind of a metaphor for the impossibility of fully grasping and mastering this infinity. Tafakkur and modern observation call for intellectual and spiritual development. You see, in the Islamic tradition, this ayah is really a call for active contemplation, a sort of intellectual and spiritual exploration that leads us to greater awareness and depth. In today's world, well, astronomy and technology, they really facilitate this repeated looking. We have mobile apps for sky observation that allow us to explore stars, planets and galaxies directly through our phones. And websites like inteski.org offer free astronomical calendars based on our location. These tools, they transform the fatigued repeated observation into a fascinating experience that, encourages tafakkur. Einstein and thought experiments. Overcoming senses with the mind. Albert Einstein developed famous thought experiments or Gedanken experiments to conceptualize complex cosmological ideas without any physical equipment. Some of these include chasing a beam of light, an act of imagination that eventually led to the special theory of relativity, showing the constancy of light and the relativity of time and space. Chasing a beam of light is a thought experiment that Albert Einstein actually did when he was just 16 years old. He imagined what would happen if he, as an observer, traveled at the speed of light, following a beam of light. The train and lightning experiment illustrates that simultaneity is relative, which is a key part of understanding time. The twin paradox demonstrates time dilation for a traveler who moves near the speed of light. The elevator experiment forms the basis of general relativity, showing how gravity curves space-time. These experiments really deepen our understanding of the universe, surpassing what our physical senses can grasp, which, by the way, aligns with the call from Quran chapter 67 verses 3 and 4 for repeated observation, but this time through the mind. Universal formula macrocosm plus microcosm equals consciousness. The ayahs from the Quran 41:53, 51:47 and 67:3-4 create a concept that calls us to continuous expansion of knowledge and spiritual dimension. Macrocosm refers to the infinite universe that constantly expands, which is confirmed through the Hubble Constant. Microcosm is the human mind, which, through neuroscience and spiritual practices, constantly develops. Scientific discoveries from the year 2025, virtual reality technologies, and intelligent systems like AI help us understand this dynamic and transform the fatigued gaze into infinite fascination and personal development. Conclusion. From atom to galaxy, this is infinite expansion. Ayahs 41, 53 and 51, 47 provide a universal formula macrocosm plus microcosm equals complete human consciousness. The Hubble constant and neuroplasticity are the two constants of expansion, one in the physical world, the other in the cognitive. In the era of 2025, where artificial intelligence and quantum science intertwine with spirituality, the in and out method is not just a religious concept, it is a strategy for sustainable intellectual and spiritual growth. And Allah knows best.